So, streaming should be beginning any moment now. Or, you know, not. There we go. Yay! I made a thing happen. So, as I sort through all kinds of new technical difficulties here, welcome back. We are playing with our Tyranny team, the Sovereign 7. We are going to be making our way into the DOOMvault, the Dead and Thay module, in pursuit of one of the characters' mothers, perhaps, and other such interesting things. Waiting for a few people to catch up with us, but in the meantime, does anyone have any questions or catch-up items? I know there was a little bit of shopping that was happening, a little bit of magical item hunting down, and we are now fully using Xanathar's Guide to Everything for downtime activities, which does include some rules for magic item making, potion making, and magic item purchasing if we need to. Did they all go quiet on me, or did I break something? Cool. All right. So, let's see what we got here. We got Dawn, we got Mord, we got Valandra, we got Waverly. Meridia will not be joining us this evening. She's not feeling awesome. Excelsior will be kicking in the next minute or two, as will be Telaise. And that'll be the roster we'll have tonight. Cool. Whoa. Streaming just stopped on me again. What you doing there, Twitch? And now it's back again. I feel like something's happening. I mean, it's got to be something. Hello, Kyle. Welcome back. And we got X, huh? All right. Now with a fancy new wired connection. Athy, 11 months. Yay! Ooh. And Sin's been doing fancy stuff. Animations just happened. Neat. I sound so weird. Is it a bad weird? A good weird? I mean, it feels like that's normal for me. Okay. It's the fancy new headphones. I'm feel fancy. Oh, no, I don't want to be tinny. I paid a lot of money not to be tinny. I want to be like the Copper Man, not the Tin Man. What? Good old Nick Chopper. That storyline was a little more gruesome in book than the movie would have you believe. Ooh, can't hear anyone else? Uh-oh, hang on. Why can't you hear anyone else? I really did. Nope, I don't see him moving now here. Hang on. How about...
Do you want me to?
Nope. I think I got it.
Just take that bad boy over.
I think I got it now. How about now?
Hello.
Google says. Yeah, we hear you.
Google says something.
Google?
I don't know.
I
Literally the other tab I had open.
mean, so I think people should be hearing you all now. Other Captain Reboot, any luck? Help? And if not, then I'll go, I broke it. Yee. Thanks, Goldpaw. Kyle is loud. I mean, I'll turn Kyle down. I just wanted to hear him clearly. Okay. So Kyle has been reduced to 110% from 150. And I think Telaise is the only person we're missing at the moment. So let's talk about a few things now that we have Kyle, who will be Excelsior, available. The party has received information that Valandra's mother is in some way involved in the Oasis of the White Palm, which is out far to the east of the Sword Coast in the barren lands between here and the area known as Thay. Now, the party has already encountered the Red Wizards of Thay, 2 of them in fact. One they bumped into in the Swamp Castle, soundly defeating him. The other, Ontharr Froom, they encountered in the Sky Castle, or at least remnants of him, as he seems to have employed AU, the Oni, as an apprentice, as well as having a bargain struck with a genie believed to be Valandra's mother. It seems that bargain has gone a bit awry, and now the Red Wizard has the genie's services for a century and a year, and no restrictions on the commands he may ask of her. That's a bit much for one person to have power over a genie. So, the party is attempting to rescue, recover, free, not entirely sure what, Valandra's mother. And in doing so, they've learned a few other things going on. That Telaise's father may be alive, that he had some involvement with Waverly at one point in the past, and other such nonsense. But the road is long, and there's a lot of time to chat before you arrive in the Oasis of the White Palm, where Excelsior is waiting. Excelsior is a representative working with the Red Wizards of Thay, specifically the mage Serena, who has, over the last several years, been making inroads into the DOOMvault, testing the defenses, learning about it. And Excelsior's strained and torn soul has been along for the ride. Now, he doesn't have full memory of these, as clones and other replica were used for the endeavor, but he has some inkling and some information, so will act partially as your guide. Meridia, our somewhat innocent flower maiden, has come along for the ride as well, recruited by Leosin, the monk. And I think she's the kind that gets just dragged into weird situations, so she may not be involved in the planning session so much as just sort of bumbling into it when we come back next session. Now, you've got several days on the road. You've got your time spent in Mythril Hall, and you'll have a little bit of time coming up in the Oasis of the White Palm. Is there anything I should know about what you guys are doing in that time before we dive in to some details on the DOOMvault. Wop wop.
Dawn wanted to see if there was a... I don't know if it's one of those things that, like, you could find at a shop, or, like, if a handy haversack is just something you need to find, or if it's something that would be around.
So, according to Xanathar's Guide, a handy haversack is a magic item, and in order to purchase a magic item, you do need to make a roll for it. And that roll is a special roll that I've completely forgotten and need to look up for you quickly.
Charisma Persuasion?
That sounds very good. Now, a handy haversack, while very handy, is not technically a military item, so is not currently on the most wanted list for every other person buying magic items. So, I believe the roll you need to make in Xanathar's, and if someone could check for me, is a DC...
It is Charisma Persuasion. It's based off of the check total.
Yep. So
roll.
Charisma Persuasion, if you would. High is better. That's pretty darn high. And I believe that may even be high enough to put you on the trail of someone who has a haversack available. And we will say, yes, that is indeed. You are quite persuasive, because the actual die roll there is just a 9, huh? So, we'll take a look in there. We'll get the right pricing for that. We won't tie up me doing maths right now, but we can say a haversack is acquired for a reasonable sum of money, and we'll work out the details there. Anything else people are in pursuit of?
Valandra would be interested in seeing if there are some potions of resistance, particularly fire.
Potions of fire resistance? I'm sure those can be found.
Can she convince Telaise to help her look?
Always.
Oh, excellent.
Hi.
Hello.
Do you need me to do the roll for that, or do you just want my help?
It would be preferable for you to do the roll.
Okay.
And I gotta say, the handy haversack sounds really tempting. Like, I want one. we all want haversacks.
Well, Dawn wants to organize, like, all the... Because we still have, like, so many scrolls. So he wants to organize the scrolls and the potions and all the stuff and have them easily to just, like, reach in and grab if need be, rather than trying to, like, rummage around in the bag of holding.
Is that persuasion that you need from me, Casey?
Yes, please. Persuasion Performance. No,
Cast guidance.
Charisma Persuasion. Excuse me.
Do I need the guidance?
I mean,
Doesn't hurt.
When you make that noise, no, probably not. So yes, those potions are readily available, and again, do not fall into the restricted military category at the moment. Three, four. 4 is a number. And after that comes 5. How about that? Okay, I'm in the right spot. Dawn, make a little noise.
Hello, hello.
X, make a little noise. Yay. Mord, make a little noise.
Wah.
Okay, Telaise.
Hello.
And Valandra.
Hello.
And Waverly.
Hello.
Woo! All the rings are in the right place. I will.
Yay!
Woo!
I know it doesn't seem like a big accomplishment, but I'm a simple person. All right. So, The travel through the desert, you are going to be prepared for, so rations, water, that sort of thing, not a big deal. And I believe one of you has picked up a cart?
Yeah, I was about to ask if people still wanted to get that cart, so that not everyone had to be riding, and we could do a few other downtime activities on the way there.
Sounds good. So please make sure that you have deducted for your horses and carts as you would like to have them.
Will do.
Cool, cool. So, as the entourage sets out and makes their way through the areas of Silvermoon, down through the Nether Mountains, through the forest, and into the bleak lands and barren desert, things are cold, and then wet, and then leafy, and then cold, and then hot, and then dry, and then dusty. That's about all the detail we probably need on that trip right now. Eventually, though, the bleak and blasted lands give way to several pockets of oases. Places with water.
So people know, Dawn can now cast Liamin's tiny hut for when we need to break
Ooh.
and nap, resting safely somewhere. He is a ritual caster, therefore it doesn't cost him anything.
Very nice. Built-in air conditioning, because I believe it even stays nice and cool in there in the heat of the day.
Yep.
Wonderful. So, it's not that uncomfortable of a journey. And when you arrive in the Oasis, you find that it's in a bit of an uproar. It seems that the betrothed of the Queen has gone missing. A young man just up and left a few days before his wedding day, leaving the Queen without a suitor. She doesn't seem all that put out by this. It's just sort of a, gonna have to find somebody better. But there's that weird air of competition in and about, as people sort of start peacocking a bit. The clothes are a little fancier, the hair just a little greasier, the eyes a little quicker, the wine a little more winier. And that's what you walk into. Now you know, in this particular oasis there is a temple, and within this temple you are to meet a contact who will put you in touch with Serena, one of the Red Wizards of Thay, who will assist you getting into the DOOMvault. Leosin has arranged a portion of this. Meridia gave you a few more details, but it's all a bit hush-hush, as they don't want anyone captured to be able to give away too much information. So, as you come into the Oasis, as you find your lodgings and settle in, as you hear there's a queen looking for a suitor, anyone wish to throw their hat in the ring? Mord?
I don't know why you're specifically calling out Mord. Aside from the fact that he is the... No, there is one other male, I think.
There's Dawn.
Yep, Dawn.
We could play
There's Dawn.
We could play the shaven kitty routine. I mean, that's always a hit with the ladies.
His hair is probably starting to come back.
How
at
long
this
was
point.
the journey? Because he has the Ring of Regeneration.
Oh, that's true. So all scars are gone and the hair is starting to come back. So a nice peach fuzz on Dawn.
Yeah, I think I rolled, I think it was 6 days it would take for the scars to be gone.
So adorable.
And he's
Is the queen into Mousefolk?
I mean, could be. Enough charm and anything can happen.
What else do we know about the queen?
What else do we know about the queen? We know
True. How does she swing?
She swings like a champ.
Also, is she queen of the
okay.
Oasis, or
She's queen of quite a large area. It seems this particular region has a large influence from jinn, ifrit, genie, and other such beings. Recently, ifrit have caused havoc. They are what have blasted the lands and baked the ground, causing this desert. The queen is said to be descended from water elementals. Some kinship, perhaps, to Valandra in the distant past. But you have a temple to explore and a contact to meet.
yeah, let's go to the temple.
You got it.
To adventure.
To adventure. Ho ho. And as we to adventure, let's meet your contact. Ooh, look at that horse go. So, awaiting you in the temple is Excelsior. Excelsior, what do you look like?
So over time, I would believe that what was just talked about a little bit about Excelsior's backstory would cause a significant amount of color loss, let's say. Whereas, I mean, deep gnomes aren't typically overly colored. It seems like Excelsior just has an extra little bit of fade on everything. A deeper dark skin tone just fading to a boring, dull puddle gray, with some light scarring and wrinkling all around, even not just the face, but also including the hands that you can see peeking out of some simply cut, looking pretty cheap clothing. Standing, muttering, looking at something, casting a bit of magic in the air, looking at it, pulling apart an image held in the air, putting it back together.
Seems reasonable. And this is the person that you're supposed to meet, at least that's what you believe. So, how do you approach party?
Probably Valandra just goes up and says, "Are you Excelsior?" Just no hesitation in the approach. Just they're here to find her mother. She doesn't have any time to waste.
What? Who are you? What?
My name is Valandra. I think we're supposed to be meeting you here.
And Excelsior, you would have had a basic description, and as the menagerie sort of filters in, yeah, it's pretty likely this is the group. Big cat, little mouse, blue, dwarf. You know, they check the boxes.
That's great. Well, it looks like you guys checked the boxes. Are we? It looks like, I mean, not the boxes that I'm working on right here. I mean, these are kind of, spreading out and coming together. It's really, this one's a real pickle. Yes, so onwards,
Are
no,
you okay?
I didn't leave the oven on. Serena?
Serena.
God, I always get her mixed up with the name of my second cousin. Serena, we gotta go.
Okay.
It's a thing, like, she doesn't like the getting, held up thing.
She is an important person, and as you get the group moving in the right direction, Excelsior is walking towards a wall. It's a big wall. Appears to be made of sandstone, and it appears like he's not going to slow down as he walks towards this wall. And right when you think, this is going to be funny, the gnome just goes into the wall.
Valandra will follow.
Telaise will go right after.
And boy, would
Lead the way.
boy, would I like this to have been a pass wall joke, but no. You each go through, and you find yourselves damp.
It's like a Wile E. Coyote situation. He walks through, but then we just run into it.
I'm tempted.
And then a train comes out. No, wait. What?
I'm very tempted. But no, actually, you do pass through the wall. And those of you that do find yourselves standing in a small room that is so dimly lit after the brightness of the desert, your eyes just need a few moments to adjust, even those of you with dark vision. Off to the left, a massive stone grate looks to be perhaps the exit of some sewer. The pipes of it at least a foot thick. The gaps between the grating only a few inches. Away to the right, you can see trickles of water seeping through stone, pooling on the ground, and then exiting out of that grate. Excelsior's stepped ahead a little bit. The wall behind you looks to be that same smooth sandstone, but the smell of the air, the feel around you, the light outside, you've obviously traveled quite some distance. Ahead, standing atop the water, an image of a woman. She turns to greet you, saying, "Welcome to Thay. I'm Serena. You got me."
I'm sorry, it's okay. Don't mind. I messed up your name to them too. I mean, it's your name. It's a little weird, but
She always gets herself mixed up with Excelsior's second cousin.
Yes, she's a dear friend. So Serana, still right. Serana says to you, "I understand you're looking for someone who is captive within the DOOMvault. My faction is looking to make a strike against Sistam, the Lich King of Thay. If we can disrupt the DOOMvault, it will allow us to weaken his grasp on the Red Wizards, perhaps even toppling his regime. Excelsior and others here have been working diligently to discover a method how, and we've come up with a way. There are a number of magical portals spread throughout the DOOMvault. By overcharging these black portals, we can gain access to the phylactery room, where the Lich Lord's amulets of power are stored. Now, we do not need you to accomplish this. We will make the final assault ourselves. However, we need your assistance in activating the Black Gates. There are too many for us to handle alone." She conjures an illusion, a map. This is a layout of the DOOMvault that we've gained at great cost. As you can see, it is quite expansive. In the northwest corner, you will see the abyssal prisons. Our information indicates that a genie of water is being held in those prisons, along with other demons and elementals. We have an insertion point to the far south, in the area designated the Forests of Slaughter.
Pleasant.
Charming.
yeah, it was
Accurate-
real nice the
Alright,
first
for
2
those-
times.
Accurately named, unfortunately. We can send 2 teams in. One to go up the western side, and one to go up the eastern side of the DOOMvault. Our goal along the way is to activate as many of the black portals as possible so that we can gain access to the phylactery room. You, we believe, are motivated enough to wish to go up one of those two routes, activating portals along the way, in order to reach this genie, of which Leosin indicated you had some interest. Now, I trust you about as far as my illusion can throw you. But this is something very urgent to us. Are you agreeable to this plan?
Well, it's
How
the
do
only
you-
one we've got.
How do you activate these portals? Or how do we activate these portals?
Each of the portals can be activated using one of these keys, and Excelsior shows you several crystal pendants that have been collected. The keys are held by others, lieutenants and commanders within the DOOMvault. They must be negotiated with or defeated, so that your key can be synced to theirs and then used to activate the Black Gates. We won't have much time. I think any longer than 1 day in the DOOMvault, and the Lich King will send his armies to exterminate us. So, we wish for stealth and care for as long as possible. Our other groups will do the same.
Good thing we got you that Mythril.
Even so.
Now, as you can see, you'll start in the Forest of Slaughter. At your discretion, you may choose to go to the Far Realm Cysts or the Ooze Grotto. From there, you could proceed to the Predator Pools or the Master's Domain, up to the Blood Pens, or through the Goblin Laboratories into the Abyssal Prisons.
These all sound like some really friendly, nice places to be.
Well, one of my motivations for wishing the overthrow of the Lich King is I have no interest in becoming an undead servant for all eternity to him. I don't think the names are really the problem, so much as what inspired those names. Excelsior,
Fine, if you're gonna be that way.
Excelsior, I know your memories are a bit different now, but is there any light you can share on the areas you might remember?
I remember, but I remember up in east, blood pens. That sounds familiar. Not, I don't remember, dying there. So there's that. I remember the Master's Domain was a little less friendly. Something about, oh God, running away from grass. Yeah. No, guys, sorry. It's been a. I just really kind of woke up, and those areas are a little bit. Yeah, no, I remember to cast that today. Yeah, no, they're a little bit, tame.
Tame?
I remember always going in. The first room's always fine. The second room's got a little trick, and then I don't remember the third rooms. And I went in through the northeast corner, and then our groups tried to go west, and also tried to go south.
So we're going the opposite of the way you came in.
Awesome. Yeah. No. I've got nothing to offer.
Okay.
So as Excelsior is trying to recall, Serana does say,
You just pick a name and go with it.
It is Serana. It's just he says I can't get it out of my head now. It's his cousin. Just keep thinking of her. But as Serana says, yes, most of our expeditions did start in the northeast. However, that access was lost to us after the last few. And now the gate key that we can provide you with will start you to the south in the Forest of Slaughter. Excelsior, if you feel your experience would be helpful, our team can take the western path and you can take the eastern. If you feel that those areas were too difficult, the reverse. Either way, we must both make our way around, activating the Black Gates so that we can make the final assault on the phylactery chamber.
It seems like the western path would be a shorter path to the abyssal prisons.
That is our personal goal, so
I would say yes, we should take the western path. That's the direction we want to head in the first place.
Quickest way to something is a straight line.
I don't think there's any straight lines on this map.
Not a lot.
It's a metaphor.
So what are these red lines that seem to pass around?
The red lines represent zones within the DOOMvault. This is an area of high magic. The Lich King has restricted access, teleportation spells, and travel. Even certain personal spells may react differently within this realm. Once in, there is no exit save for victory.
Well, that sounds about right.
Then we'll
Sorry, go ahead, Waverly.
we'll just have to be victorious. I don't see the problem.
I mean, obviously, but on a more personal note, like, you could hide for a while. I mean, for like a while, but eventually something bumps into you. So yeah, it's either, thumbs up or dead.
Go big or go home.
Let's do it.
What are we waiting for?
Fair deal. So, if there's anything that you have not acquired that you wish to, as a last moment, seeing the handout in the map, please let me know. Otherwise, let's go ahead and scoot to a new map.
Mhm.
Map.
Boy, I hope I bought enough healing potions.
Healing potions are important.
I bought a lot. I want you to know that.
Yeah, how are people for healing potions? Because Valandra made some on the way.
I have 10.
Okay, I've got 6. I guess that would be the other thing. How long was the journey from Mythril Hall to the Oasis?
We'll say you had a good 20 days.
20 days, and I
20
assume
days.
that so Valandra would have spent that time working on potions, but I assume that there would be a negative since it's a desert, so not very good.
Well, Dawn would have as well, but that was the question. Why I was asking the question I asked before we started.
Oh, okay, then we will backtrack a little bit on that one and get you a right answer there. But in the meantime, just a moment here.
Should I make a separate herbalism kit check for the time through the desert, or just use the one I did for the 10 days?
You can use the one
Getting
you did
to
for the 10
Mythril Hall.
days. That's fine.
Okay.
Does the Oasis have any greater healing potions for sale?
If you wish to make a charisma check on that one, you certainly may. 99% likely you'll
I cast
find a few.
guidance. right. Sorry.
It's all right.
Oh, yep. Go ahead and give it a. Oh, there you go. Yep.
So
no
19.
problem. Yep. You are able to find some greater healing potions and can acquire those for the appropriate cost.
How much are they?
If you hit up Xanathar, sorry, I'm reading another piece right here.
Okay.
I will look it up quick.
Yes, please.
Da, 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 da. Greater healing potion would be 200 gold.
200?
Yep.
And we're gonna reveal a little area right here.
Roll20 doesn't have greater healing potions.
What?
It's on the same info page. All the potions are on, like, there's a chart on the one page.
Yeah, but I gotta write it all in. No, there's not.
What?
No, I hit it and it just says regular healing potion.
Roll 20.
Maybe I gotta rephrase it. We'll find out.
Potion
of healing.
Just get the regular one. Yep.
That's true.
There.
I wonder
There
if there's
used to-
something.
There used
I
to
don't
be
have
a chart.
attached.
I remember there being a chart.
Wait, what are we looking for?
The item potion of greater healing, so I can put it on my sheet.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see it. All right.
Lame.
Lame.
Just type it in.
Well, I'm picking up 2 of those.
Fair deal. And as you do that, let's start dragging some people around.
Did we get an answer to Athy's question about creating healing or using what was
Yes,
it?
you can go ahead and use alchemy on that one. Not a problem.
If you want to make that check, I can do the math on how much you'd get.
Let me get to it.
Lord.
How many rolls am I doing? Just one?
You can just use the one. Spread across the days. No, not you, Joey. What are you doing? Get out of the way.
22. Okay. And that's for 30 days because you were doing that on the way to Mythril Hall as well.
Yep.
You got it.
So
Dawn, Waverly.
30 divided by 7. Okay, you would make 6 healing potions in that time.
Woot.
Mord and Waverly, how are you guys for healing potions?
I have 1.
3 and a greater.
Waverly, Valandra will give you 4 healing
Okay.
potions.
All right. 5 potions of healing.
And Mord, she will give you 2 more.
I still have 2 of the Bullywug contact potions that. So Waverly, if you want those,
I got
you would make the best use of having those. Or
okay.
I could keep them in the haversack for easy grabbing.
I mean, I do still have the frog poison
Yeah, that's the same thing.
weapon coating, the stuff for dipping your arrow in.
Yeah, that's what this is. This is 2 more.
Oh, it's 2 more of this. Oh, it's the same thing. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So I will take. I will have 3 of those then. Cool.
I also have quote unquote a good deal of wyvern poison.
A good
Have
deal.
Have you
Good
refined
deal.
that?
Yeah.
How much is a good deal?
So I believe the poison rules are you roll a D20 or a DC 20 poisoner's check, and if you make it, you get 1 dose of the poison. I will double check that with the
Would
Xanathars.
that be a an alchemist thing?
I believe it's specifically a poisoner's kit, but we can
I
double
didn't
check
know there
on that.
was a poisoner's kit.
There is. It might be a recent add-on on the rules, but they do have a poisoner's kit out there. I think assassin gets proficiency in it. The assassin thief class. Or of course you could just spend some money and time and learn how to poison your friends and enemies.
Don's been doing that since he was wee.
I mean, he does seem to have that going for him. So,
one quick second.
yeah.
So as Mord gets these 2 healing potions, he looks over towards Waverly and walks over there, reaches into his backpack, and I see that your friends really like having you around, and it seems like you get hit a lot, and so here. And then he hands her the greater healing potion.
Sounds good. All right. Does everybody feel comfortable with their equipment and such things?
I think so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. So, Serana and X give you a little bit of a warning. We're going to activate a gate. You're going to step into the gate. You're going to step out of the gate and be ready for what might happen. Things go a little awry getting through the initial gate. You all make your preparations, you pile through, you look around, and Meridia seems like maybe she got a little confused about which group she was with, and she's not quite here yet. But don't worry, the second group should be following you through very shortly. But in the meantime, you find yourself in a wooded area. The cavern that you're in, its ceiling glows with a magical light, and it seems almost like daylight, but you can see the rock above you. Isolated stands of gnarled and vine-choked trees rise 15 to 20 feet in the air, and the ground is rocky but has grass growing up through it. Pools of water are scattered about, and the turf in your immediate area is scarred with great rents, furrows, slashes. As your eyes adjust, you can see a bit more.
Could you say her name like one more time so I can try to say it right the next time I say it?
Who, Selena?
That's not the right.
Serana?
Oh, well, those look lovely.
What's that you say? Things that cause great furrows in the ground.
4 of them, at least. Nope, more. Oh, those are other things.
Or some little things.
Oh, little things too. Okay.
And some
God,
meat.
lots of things.
In comparison.
It's true.
Everything's relative.
So the turf in the area is full of deep, enormous gouges.
We're like little things, and Waverly's like, those are still big.
That's true, they're a bit bigger than little. Hanging on the wall are 4 curious-looking creatures. They seem to just have great hooks where hands or paws might be, beaks, and kind of a turtleish body. They're a mauve, pleasant color. They look like they might make a nice pair of boots for someone. But other than that, they're just chillin'. Away to the north and east, other creatures. And away to the south and east, other creatures. They all sort of glance in your direction at the disturbance. Right about here, there's a statue of one of the hook horrors. Now, nothing moves in your direction immediately. But what all are you doing?
West is the direction we wanted to go.
Yep.
From the last time, I mean, I don't remember personally as a person. I don't remember the first rooms very well. I don't know if I was even there. Was innate creatures or idling creatures a feature?
Idle animation creatures?
Yeah, like these guys are just doing their thing, and they saw us, and they're like, fucking.
You do seem to recall that the Red Wizards raise creatures here, and that many of the areas are dedicated towards rearing creatures for later use in experimentation or for components. Tame may not be the right word, but perhaps a nature or some animal handling checks might yield additional information.
Oh my god, it's a
Animal
nature check.
handling, you say?
I say a lot of things.
Nope.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah, they just keep the spell components around, and they just, so they live and breathe and they walk around.
That's true. They're just mobile spell component factories. Valandra, I think you might have a they're coming right for us mentality right now.
She'll just say, "Let's go," and start heading to the west, keeping an eye on them.
Sure.
Could Mord take a look at that statue of the hook horror? One at a distance because of his eagle vision, and two potentially with advantage because it's stonework?
Ooh.
That seems like a wonderful dwarven combination. Yes. Could I have some sort of perception-y check in an investigation? If you happen to have stone cutting proficiency and tools, that'd be fine too.
I do, because I'm a dwarf. Is that limited to just investigation? I don't mind, I'm just wondering.
Any you give me a good reason and I'll let you use it.
Okay. Since Valandra is just heading off, I'm sorry, thinking on my feet as a player is something new to me. But as Valandra is wandering off, Mord wants to kind of stick around her just because they've spent the most time together. But he does want to take a quick look back, so it wouldn't be investigation, but perception, and just using his knowledge of stonework to see what's going on with that statue.
Sure, let's see a roll on it.
Okay.
Thank God for that advantage.
Advantage is important sometimes. So, as you lock into it with your eagle eye vision, as you inspect it with your dwarven know-how, and you're like, I see, they would have used a little bit of a file here, a little bit of a sanding here, a little bit of a, that's actually not possible. You can't carve in that fashion. You can't chisel in that fashion. You can't mold in that fashion. That is an impossible statue. The only way you could get that to happen is if you actually had the creature and turned it to stone.
Yeah, so Mord just kind of slows down. Like, he's looking over his shoulder at first and then slows down turns around and then starts to just ponder at the statue like,
And
that ain't right.
Mord, would you
Something
give
ain't
me
right here.
Would you give me an Arcana or Nature check, please? Your choice.
Sure.
That's a
let's
plus
see what
0
happens.
for you, isn't it?
Probably for both. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not bad.
Not bad at all.
Not bad.
Sorry, just one.
Mord, from away to the south and to the east, past a copse of trees, hidden from your sight, but not from your hearing, you hear bark, 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 ribbit, bark.
So there's some chickens.
Some
and a
chicken
frog.
frogs. Chicken frogs.
As you're like, chicken frogs, what sort of been chicken and froggy? And you're like, and turns things to stone.
Cockatrice.
That's
Yeah,
not
so
frog. You're thinking snake.
They look froggy. I mean, he's got a froggy face. Look at that guy.
That's not how you get a cockatrice.
Cockatrice,
I know.
Where do you see frog? At all?
cockatrices
in that
come
picture.
from the egg of a rooster incubated underneath a toad.
Okay, so I said toad instead of frog. Frog instead of toad.
Toad is a frog. It's fine.
Walk.
A toad is just a frog
I
that
actually like
likes
that,
to go a
Telaise.
little ways from the water. That's all.
That's good.
So there we go. So, maybe Mord hadn't heard that same story, but a cockatrice, it seems, may be in the area, along with the large hook-like creatures and other such critters.
You mean all those things down south of us?
One might say down south of you there could be things of a cockatricious nature,
Potentially 8 of them.
potentially a number of them.
So in a whisper, but something that sounds more like a stage whisper. More it's just going to be like, hey, we should go now.
We should go now.
I mean, Valandra's like 30 feet from you guys. I've been slowly moving her
Yeah.
over as
Mm-hmm.
you guys continue talking.
Are you guys coming?
I'm coming.
All right, and if
Wrong tool.
everyone would freeze where they are for a moment,
Okay.
Oh shit.
for reasons. Just a few reasons.
Reasons.
Reasons. And the first of those reasons is Telaise.
Great.
Would you please roll me a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw? Valandra, would you please roll me the same?
Ruh-roh.
No kidding. I have no bonuses to wisdom. Oh, I saw that.
Oh.
Telaise. That's a nice tree that you're standing next to. It's a pretty tree. It's the kind of tree that you just want to sit under and look up into the branches and not pay attention to much else for a while. It soothed the mind, one might say. And as it's soothing the mind, it distracts you from the quite large, quite clawful creature starting to descend from the wall, moving towards you and Valandra as you head to the west. Now, for reasons unknown, the turn order is going to pop up here.
For reasons unknown.
I'm going to ask everybody to go ahead and add themselves to the turn order.
Yep.
Whoa,
Cleric
Valandra.
initiative.
That cleric initiative.
Here we go. Never fails.
Jeez, Mord.
We're going to go ahead and start
Not
adding
good today.
some
Oh,
initiatives
really
here.
not good today. Who misses her trident? I do.
That's true. That would have helped.
That would have been really, really useful, like, right now.
Right now, yes. This very instant.
It was not meant to be.
That's what happens when I start
No
gaining
other way
standards.
It could have happened.
All these things are true. So, Waverly,
Yes.
you can see that Valandra and Telaise have started heading off to the west. You can see that the creatures with the hooks for hands suddenly took an interest with Valandra as she started to reach that edge. Seems that was not the best thing for the animal whisperer to do. You can see Telaise has gotten a little bit of a distant look in her eye as she's focused on the tree. And you feel there's a fight brewing. But it
We
hasn't.
haven't even been here for 5 minutes.
Are you surprised?
The word doom is in the name of this particular vault.
Are
I
you new?
capitalized it in the stream title. Like,
To be fair, I'm pretty sure it's been more like 30 seconds.
Okay. Well. Are all the hook horrors like equally interested in Valandra there? Like,
They
is
do.
this guy?
They do all seem to have focused their attention on ya all. Valandra seems to be getting most of the attention. Perhaps she's walking in a spot she ought not to have.
Can I ask you a
Ooh.
quick question, Casey, before we
Sure.
continue on? Was that a charm effect that was happening to Telaise?
Ooh, that's an excellent question. Is that a charm effect?
Because if it was, I would have had advantage.
Let's see here. It is an illusion, but it is
Okay.
not classified as a charm.
Okay, just wanted to check and make sure.
Yep. Perfectly valid question.
Okay. Well, here's a question: how tall is this tree?
That tree is about 15 to 20 feet tall. Depends on where you measure.
Okay. I am going to run up the trunk of the tree and
Mhm.
perch near the top. And then I'm going to get things started. And because what else would Waverly do? We're going to shoot this guy over here.
Okay. Waverly, if you would so kindly fire away. 15 is going to hit. Sneak damage unless you have a way to get advantage.
Yeah, no sneak attack. I
No
forgot to
sneaky sneak.
uncheck it.
No
as
problem.
usual.
That's okay. That's still a solid 5 points of damage. And the hostility has gone from sort of a subtle, we're probably going to get you, to, yep, it screeches and roars, roar, clashing its beak, hooks thrashing. It would like to tear you to pieces.
Do you want a bonus action try and hide so you can get advantage next time?
That is a good plan. I'm going to try and hide in the branches of this tree.
Ooh, yes, please.
Stealth.
13 was your number to beat. 19 is incredible. You are hiding. Well done.
I'm gone. I am
You are
gone.
And as you are gone up in the limbs of this beautiful tree, I would like you to roll me a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
God damn it.
Uh-oh.
I could have warned you about that. Like, tree, bad.
You could have, but you were too busy staring at that other tree.
This is true. These trees are great.
Yeah!
Those trees are great. But not so great that Waverly wants to take their attention away from the hook horrors which descend in force. One comes lumbering down off the wall and across, swinging its hooky hands at poor Mord. Mord, 2 hook attacks coming at you, buddy. 1, 2. I don't think
The second one hits.
second one hits.
First one does not.
Rage, I don't think has engaged yet, has it?
Nope.
All right.
So I take the full 12.
Take the full 12. Other hook horrors come lumbering forward. They ignore the owl, going for the tasty-looking blue girl. 2 attacks.
Right.
1, 2, 19? I don't
Nope,
think
nope.
so.
Nope.
Other hook horror descending on tasty blue girl. 1, 2. Nope and a nope again. Boy, I wish they had advantage.
Boy, I am glad they do not.
And Telaise, you don't see it coming.
Ooh.
Well, it's not like I have the dodge action anyway.
In fact, you just can't seem to see these aggressive creatures coming at you, but you may notice the hook swinging. 12 points on the first, a miss on the second.
Mm-hmm.
But you still just can't focus on the creature as elusive as you are by the tree. But you know there's a baddie around. You just can't bring yourself to look at it. Dawn, what you doing?
I'm muted. There we go. Going to Eldritch Blast at this hook horror right by Telaise.
Certainly may. And Dawn, could I have a stealth check from you, please?
Okay. Can do that.
You want to get higher than 11.
Stealth.
That's
Nope.
not higher than 11. Dawn, as you move south and east, you hear bark. But do fire
Time
away.
to run.
Chum.
Pachum. Those are good pachums. 15 points of pachumi damage.
So that was. Yeah, I think it's just gonna stay there. 'Cause he's trying to avoid trees. So.
Trees could be bad. Telaise, you know there are bad things around you, but you just can't see them.
Can I retake that wisdom saving throw? What's the deal with this situation?
At the end of your turn, you may repeat that wisdom saving throw.
Okay, so
what's the exact effect?
yeah, like you're kind of leaving me in the dark here.
Oh, sorry. Well, unfortunately, you are in the dark. You are unable to see creatures hostile to you.
But I'm aware that there's one there.
You are aware that one's there. I'm going to say it counts as effectively invisible to you. You just don't want to look at something that ugly and unpleasant.
But she can see her allies too, though?
You can see your allies.
Okay.
How far up is Waverly in the tree?
15 to 20 feet.
Dawn did just shoot in this general vicinity of something. So.
Oh, I mean, you know there is something directly south of you. It just hit you with a hook.
No, I'm aware. I'm very, very aware.
Mm-hmm.
Just making a choice here, that's all.
The tough part about spellcasters. Which spell do I
use?
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be a mess if I do this. This is bad.
That's kind of our MO.
Our cover's already blown from the south, right?
They seem aware of you. I mean, you hear box sort of noises.
That means effectively the cover's already blown there. All right. Okay, then this is what's gonna happen here. Okay.
Let's feed the cockatrices and make them our friends.
I mean, you guys have done so well with nature and animal handling checks so far. How could this possibly go wrong?
They're so cute.
They are very cute.
All right, so this will hopefully do what I want it to do. Hang on. Maybe. Oh gosh, choices! Go away. Sorry, I have two things I have to pick from. 15-foot. 15-foot cube is 15 feet on a side, correct?
15-foot cube is 15 feet on a side, correct.
So like that would be it's like my cube of force that I had, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Fantastic. That's exactly what I want. Okie dokie. Been a while since I got to pull this one out.
Row.
Thunderwave.
Wave of Thunder Force sweeps out from each cube to the 15-foot cube. Originating from you must make a Constitution save there. Where are you putting that Thunder Cube?
It's centered on myself. It comes out from me. I don't get to move it.
No, but I mean, you could put it north, south, east, west of you. You want to
Yeah,
hit...
It's self. It's a self target.
It's a 15-foot cube originating from you, so basically you have to be adjacent to the cube.
Like you could be standing in a corner.
Yeah,
Great.
it could be like that.
It's literally, she's gonna treat it like it was her cube of force, because since she can't see what hit her, she's just gonna go all the way around her.
I got you. Now I got it. Yeah, no problem. You detonate, and that's going to get... We'll say it hits the north and the south guy.
Waverly's too high up to get hit.
Waverly's too high up to get hit. Yep, not a problem. So, half damage, Constitution saving throws, hook horrors. You go Nova, and... 1. Give it to
The second one.
Alright, so... Top guy passes. Oh, you know what? You're going to be out of... No, you'll be fine.
The third guy, I would only be able to hit 2 if you're going to give me credit for...
Yeah, third guy will be out of range.
Yeah.
You got it. So, first guy will go top to bottom.
So the top guy passes. He only takes half damage.
3 damage.
And then the guy that's closest to me, since we went top to bottom, he takes it all and he gets pushed 10 feet away.
He does.
Nice.
Telaise, you don't know what happened, but for some reason the tree to the south of you just looked like something thudded into it.
Cool.
And Telaise, anything else?
I mean, she kind of does know what happened.
It's probably putting it together.
She made it happen.
And a wisdom saving throw with no other actions, please.
God damn it.
Still just can't bring yourself to look at those hideous creatures. Excelsior.
Okay. So Valandra and Telaise, they start moving forward, and Telaise, this new blue girl, well, the first blue girl that's further down got swarmed, and then the second blue girl keeps looking at the tree, and then the mouse went up into it. Why did the mouse go up into the tree? And then, like, I'm getting ready to deal with these hooked horrors. And then I believe there's a combination of sounds coming from Thunderwave and also a from the south. And X jumps in surprise and fright away from the south and throws a fireball down there.
Yeah.
Screaming slightly like a chicken with his head cut off.
How does a chicken with its head cut off scream?
Holy crap!
A fireball hits all of them.
Oh, that's a lot of damage. So...
Wow.
We're going to go typewriter style, top to bottom on this one. Dexterity saving throws. That looks like I'm going to need 8 of them.
Yes, indeed.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
3 of them made it.
Stupid mages and their fireballs.
4, 5, and 7.
Hey, that's probably the only one I'm going to be casting the whole DOOMvault, so...
Unfortunately, despite the delicious smell of French fried frog legs and fried chicken, the clatter and cawing does not grow any less. If anything, grows a bit more upset and excited.
No! No, not the chickens! No! Trying to avoid.
Did you see how close I am to the tree?
I'm trying to avoid the chickens. Yeah, and I mean, I mean, as much as I don't like chickens, I really don't want to step next to this Tookie thing. Yeah, no, there's good.
Okay. That's going to bring up our chickeny friends, who surge forward now. There's one good thing. Chickens don't move very fast.
I think that's fast enough for Dawn.
So as they all come pouring out of the nests and little clutches that they have in the wall, trailing smoking, flaming feathers, Dawn, one draws close enough to bite at you. Dawn is a 9 hit.
We can't hear you if you're talking.
A 9 does not hit.
Okay. There's a lot of cockatrices, and one got close enough to get that bite off, but the rest are still a little bit back. Mord, there's a big old hook horror to your north. What are you doing?
Yep. So Mord is going to rage, and I'm going to remember to actually check my boxes this time.
They're checking all the boxes.
And then I believe he's going to take 2 attacks at the hook horror.
Those are both going to hit. That is 9 and 10 is 19 points of damage. That's a healthy chunk of hide you just carved off.
Yep. And then he is going to pull away, provoking an attack of opportunity, and move to the hook horror south of Telaise and try to body block it.
And he does get his attack of opportunity.
Yep.
And he is going to take that try. 13, probably not going to do, though.
Nope. AC 17.
You got it. Mord, anything else?
No, I think that's going to be it.
From the north and the east, you hear moo.
This bored, casual
Moo.
Just moo.
Robo-moo.
Moo.
Okay.
Valandra, what are you up to?
There are 2 on me. That's all fine. Eerie will swoop down at this one below me and use the help action, and then swoop up 15 feet. And then with advantage, Valandra will cast Green Flame Blade.
Sure will.
20 hits, that is 18 damage. And the other one will take 3 fire damage.
Sure will.
And then she will cast Spiritual Weapon. Just right there. And will attack the same one. $23 for another 11.
You crack your spiritual weapon on the beetle-like hide of the hook horror. But it is still swinging. Anything else?
Nope, that is my turn.
Waverly, you're up in a tree.
I am. I think I'm going to shoot this guy again. I am hidden, so I should have advantage,
You
yes.
should and you do.
Alright. Let's shoot that guy.
Wow.
Oh my god.
36.
Come on, tell me it dies. Waverly's earned this.
Right through the eye, into the brain.
Unfortunately, the hook horror don't seem to rely on their brains much because despite having an arrow in its eye and in its brain, it is still clacking and clattering and trying to tear up Valandra. Waverly, anything else?
I'm gonna try and hide myself again.
Bonus action hide, stealthy stealth. Very good.
Alright.
And that's going to bring us to our hook horrors. They are going to start moving, one of which takes a step and finds itself next to X. X, 2 attacks from a hook horror coming at you.
Ooh.
Oh.
Think the 23 for 13 might tag you.
I feel good about the 23 for 13. I feel really good about it. You see most of that hook kind of bounce and stay hugging in the air as X exerts himself just a little bit.
Ooh.
But it doesn't seem to impact him.
Ooh.
Is somebody using his abjuration shields?
Yeah, I don't have a button for it, but yeah.
You got it. Over near Valandra, 2 hook horrors attack. These hook horrors work in a pack-like fashion. The first attempts to shove Valandra to the ground rather than dealing damage. Valandra, a 10 doesn't hit, though. So its follow-up hook just attacks like normal. A 7 doing nothing. The other, thinking it was about to get an easy prey, just starts swinging. 17 and 12, not going to do. That's going to bring us down to the hook horror on Mord. Mord, 2 attacks coming at you.
First one hits.
19 for 15, down to 7.
Damage.
Dawn. There's a lot of cockatrices.
There is. He is going to Eldritch Blast this one and this one. So, top one.
Top 1.
Click on the right buttons. Go. And then the one below it.
Little showers of feathers fly through the air as the cockatrices are disintegrated.
Then he is going to bonus action bird and go and fly over to this direction.
Okay.
He will unbird next round.
You got it. You do stay. You swing a little wide of the hook horror to keep out clear of its hooks. And
How high are the ceilings? Just you'd more likely just fly up and down.
you got it. It's about 30-ish feet, so 25 to 30 feet depending on where you are. The trees are quite
Okay.
close to the ceiling.
Cool.
Telaise.
So I still can't see anything.
Still
I can't see enemies. Can I move, or am I stuck here by this
Nope,
tree?
you can move. You just can't see enemies.
Okay, so I have got free movement. I just can't see the bad guys, which is kind of limiting on what I can and cannot do. Except I believe I have to see people to do some of these things. And by some, I mean most. Yep, can't do that. All right, since she cannot see, and she's pretty sure that whatever Mord is doing is blocking her from the south, she's going to take one step up, and she's going to thunderclap.
Okay.
Which is, if something's within 5 feet of her,
Mm-hmm.
needs to do the thing. How come this one doesn't have the DC on it? I don't understand my spells anymore. My sheet's just a mess.
Constitution saving throw. There we go. That's gonna fail.
Ooh.
That's gonna take 5 points of thundery damage.
Do I hear anything? Like an exclamation of some sort?
Squawk?
Just to indicate that I did damage to something.
Oh, yes. You definitely,
Okay,
you definitely
cool.
hear.
So I'm aware that I'm within 5 feet of something, and I'm smart enough not to move.
Valid deduction. Telaise, any other activity for you?
Yes. I can't believe
Oh.
It remains unseen.
That's it.
You know, Waverly, did I forget to ask you for a wisdom saving throw?
Nope,
she
she
passed
nat
it.
20.
Oh, she nat 20. Thank you. X.
Wait. Where did the dwarf go? What the? Okay. I mean, this thing has giant hooks for hands. Let's shake its hand. That makes sense.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
I mean, that seems sound logic, and you get the good brat as the hooked horror shakes and shocks, but it doesn't fall down.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Yep. Where's that pile of?
Ooh, that
Dang
hook.
it!
That hook horror might be taking a swing of opportunity at you.
It doesn't have a reaction.
Doesn't
He
he?
used it on me.
Yep.
No, the top one up here. Shocking grasp.
Oh, Shocking
Oh,
Grasp.
it-
Yes, thank you. Yes, a turn
But
had gone by,
it-
but Shocking Grasp will take that away. Thank you, sir. Well played.
And I'll kind of scooch, and I'll end up slightly, like, I'll still be next to this one. I'll be like, I mean, but okay.
Fair enough. And that brings us to a horde of cockatrices. And that horde of cockatrices would very much like for you all to stop.
Cockatry.
Cockatry?
No, it was. I think it's still cockatrices. It's not a Latin US, you know.
I know. It was.
I still want to like steal a cockatrice egg, and then raise it as my own.
You want to
I
be
wanna-
the toad sitting upon it?
Well, no. But I want a baby cockatrice to be my friend.
I mean, some people ride dragons into battle. I could see where a Mousefolk would ride a cockatrice into battle. That seems
Is it
legitimate.
big enough for me to ride? Like, is that like?
So, a cockatrice is a small monstrosity. So you need a big cockatrice because are you tiny or are you small?
I think I'm small.
Okay, so you need it to get.
You would need a collar of enlarge.
Yes, or a dire cockatrice.
I was thinking more like, like a war dog to fight at my side, but
Sure. Mord, however, has a hook horror looking at him funny. Mord, what are you doing?
No, I think I'm just gonna take 2 swings at it and just get ready to prepare for the onslaught of cockatrices.
There are a few. Those are some solid hits. 15 and 9 equals 24. That hook horror is not looking healthy, but it is still upright. Mord, anything else?
Nope, I think that's it.
Moo.
No.
Valandra, as the moo echoes, what you got?
I will repeat the last round.
Okay. Primary attack to the south, 10 and 7.
Technically, that had advantage because repeating
Sure.
Erie's thing too. So just okay. Nope.
Got it.
17 damage, and the northern one will take 2 fire damage.
Continues to whittle away.
Then against the southern one, 17 for 6.
more. All solid hits. Valandra, anything else for you?
Nope, I'm kind of penned in here.
Waverly, there's a horde of cockatrice coming towards you. But they're down there, and you're up here, and cockatrice can't fly. Can they?
I'm hidden. I am hidden.
You are hidden.
Snipe it.
All right. Okay. I'm just worried about Valandra over there, but okay.
I'm fine. I
fine.
have not taken any damage.
Okay.
I think I'm the one in the most danger at this current point.
This is true. This is true. Telaise, you don't have an easy target to go after, though.
Well, there's one there, and there's one there, and then all of these ones will probably reach me in their turn.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna try and at least shoot that guy. And advantage, because I'm hidden.
Mm-hmm.
And then pew!
Ooh, 17's a good shot. Which one did you hit?
This guy right
Closest one.
That guy right there. Paft! Little burst of feathers.
here. I'm sorry, Mike. I'm sorry, cutie. I'm sorry. I might be a little bit weird as a person. I might be. Okay.
Whatever
hide,
gave you that idea?
hide again.
That's a good hide. All right. And as you hide, the hook horrors continue their approach. Telaise, one lines up, looking at you.
This is gonna hurt.
The first attack, 18.
Yeah.
The second,
I'm gonna bend my reaction, and I will take that little force that's hanging out in front of me, and I'll move it over to Telaise for 8 less damage.
Nice.
That's really nice of you.
so
I'm eating all of that.
So 15 then.
15 then. The pair
Sans the 8.
The pair of hook horrors on Valandra attempt their same strategy, the first attack being a shove to the ground.
Okay. Nope.
Nope. The 3 that follow, standard slashes with their hooks.
Nope.
Wow. You are a beast. And then there's a hook horror who has a choice between somebody who doesn't seem to be affected by his attacks and a tasty little gnome. Unfortunately,
Clearly, he didn't watch what the other hook horror happened.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he's not super smart, so he's going to keep going after the dwarf. So, Mord. 16 for 9?
No.
All right.
Come
Dawn.
on, I want to use my sentinel feat.
I know, I was thinking that too.
Dawn. What you doing hiding over there?
Poof, not bird. And then Eldritch blasting at the one that's on Telaise.
Sure can.
Boom, boom.
Boom, boom.
Dang.
Damn.
That was a good set of hits. 27 points of damage. Cracking into him.
Scoot back a little bit away from things.
These things are just buckets of hit points, though. Dawn, anything else?
Nope. He's keeping an eye on things.
Telaise, you are staining this hook horror's hands. But what else are you doing?
Making a choice. Since I can't see my own bloodstains on their hands, I just know I'm getting hit from somewhere.
Remember that the dodge action is a thing.
True.
But that would still eat my action.
That would.
It would eat your action. I'm just until you can see, it wouldn't necessarily be a bad use.
But I could either heal or potentially push them away from me. That's what I'm
true.
saying.
Yep.
Which I think is a better use than the dodge action.
Sure.
Choices.
While Telaise is debating that, Casey, do you have a house rule for shove attacks?
No.
Because it's supposed to be a strength check against strength or athletics or acrobatics.
Oh, hang on. I thought I had to land the hit. Did I just blur my shove rule? Hang on. Valandra, give me a quick athletics acrobatics check. We'll pretend the hit's missed anyway, but you might be prone.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not prone.
Oh, you're fine. Sorry about that. Yes, thank you. I blurred my attacks.
I don't think any of my choices are good choices at this point. Thunderwave.
You got it. Thunderwave roars out from you, 15-foot cone.
Cube, but yes.
Cube. Cube. Where you at, hookers? Constitution saving throws. Kaboom! You are going to take 4.
The one who failed gets pushed 10 feet.
You are going to take 8. You are going to bounce off a wall. Kadoink. Telaise, you hear some sort of weird clatter, bounce, shriek, thud.
Valandra gets an attack of opportunity.
It is moving unwillingly, so no attack of opportunity there.
God, I miss my Dissonant Whispers ability. I have to be able to see. I have to be able to. Did I pass?
Did
Am I
you
free?
pass? DC is a 15.
You've got to be kidding me.
Nope. DC
God.
15 wisdom saving throw.
Well, I'm going to mute and go find my straw. I seem to have lost it, so hopefully I don't come back to a corpse.
Alright. X. What you doing, X?
Well, I just lost control of my shape. I don't know how. Give me a second here. There it is. I am going to look at the hooked horror and look at the onslaught of chickens that is coming. Oh no, not chicken. No, they're coming my way. And then I'll throw up a web.
A web?
Linking it
Interesting.
between all of those trees there.
That is a good idea. And when a
Nice.
web is cast,
Kind of anchoring it between the top and the bottom tree here.
starts its
Each
turn.
creature that starts its turn, yeah.
Yep, will be making a dexterity saving throw on its turn, so there will be a few of those happening in just a moment. Anything else for you, X?
Well, I mean, I did that out of order. I really should have moved first, but it's the panic of the chickens. I just can't handle it.
I mean, chickens are
Go chickens,
intimidating.
go.
Alright, so we're going to have 3 chickens in the webs as they start. We're going to go top to bottom. 1, 2, 3. I think 2 of you are going to be webbed.
Yep.
And it's
Yeah,
still
DC
difficult
16.
terrain for the middle one.
It is difficult terrain for the middle one. Web. This one's like, screw that noise. And takes flight. Squawk.
I didn't think they would go around the web.
They're not, not entirely unintelligent animals. Two, however, are completely webbed. This one,
It's still making them take a longer path.
that is true, flies up and bites.
I don't think an 8's gonna hit.
Misses completely. Mord, however, there's a lot of web just beside you. But what are you doing?
Now that is a good question.
Did anybody hit me?
Nope. You are
Nope.
safe.
A cockatrice tried, but it got an 8.
Oh yeah, that's definitely not enough to touch me.
Okay. So Mord is going to move around just past Exceed. I'm sorry, was that the character's name?
Excelsior.
Excelsior. My apologies. And lay into the cockatrices to his south.
Sure. That will take both hits to destroy that first cockatrice. But poof,
Okay.
scaly
Sounds good.
feathers rain down. Mord, anything else?
Nope, he's going
Okay.
to stay there.
Sounds good. And may I have a volunteer from the party to roll an
Yo.
animal handling check?
I can do that, I guess. Animal handling.
Yeah, I mean, it probably should not be me.
Ugh. 10.
Ooh.
Moo?
Oh.
Yeah, those booms, man.
There's been a lot of booms happening. So
Would have been less boobs if I could see.
the moos draw closer. Valandra, what are you up to?
Let's see here. Well, bonus action. No, let's see. No, I'm just gonna do the same thing. It's just booming blade this time instead of green flame blade,
Sure.
since there's not another enemy within range for the secondary target. That is with advantage. Sorry. So does a 15 hit?
15 does hit.
17 damage.
17 damage done. And if he moves, he takes more?
Yes.
You got it.
And spiritual weapon. 12 more.
He will never move again.
Excellent.
As he falls, it goes boom, and his body just jumps up in the air and falls back down again. Valandra, anything else?
Yes, I will move right there. And I mean, I don't have an action left, so I guess I will just shout at this one, "Hey, ugly," and try and get its attention.
Sure. Give me a persuasion check.
Not animal handling?
No.
Okay. 18. Ooh.
You give
It's
it
a good one.
self-esteem issues. Waverly, perched as you are atop your tree, seeing Valandra hurl insults at the hook horror, thinking perhaps she can emulate Telaise, what are you doing?
Oh wait, I should unmute myself.
Aha.
Okay. I think I should probably aim for this guy right here.
Ooh.
So I am going to actually. Has this guy been damaged at all?
Which one? Show me him again.
This guy here.
He has been damaged.
Yep.
He looks pretty bad.
Okay. All right. I'm going to shoot an arrow from my being hiddenness.
26 is a solid hit. Sneaky Sneaky is 17, which is the magic number. You
Yeah.
push the arrow further into the brain, and he falls.
There you go. All right. Now
You split the arrow that's already in his head.
You Robin Hooded him.
All right. I'm gonna hide again.
Okay.
That should be the.
That is good enough at the 15, and
Okay.
hidden you are. Waverly finishes. That brings up our hook horrors. Our hook horrors look about. Mord, you're boring them. He goes.
One
oh
sec.
wait, hang on.
Does
He's
he possess
dexterity.
Yep.
The dexterity.
Ooh.
He is restrained.
He is restrained. Restrained, he cannot move, but he can still attack.
At disadvantage, I believe.
Disadvantage. He will do so. Disadvantagedly, trying to pull X just a little bit closer. Give
Okay,
him-
I'm taking my sentinel reaction to smack him at advantage.
Certainly may.
Right, because
Yep.
restrained gives advantage. Okay, just wanted.
That's a hit. That's a chunk of damage. But that doesn't stop the hook horror. Disadvantage on the attack. X. A 9. The follow-up. A 9.
A 9.
Probably okay. Up to the north, hook horrors continue their assault on Valandra. 2 attacks. 10, 12, not even close. She's a brick house. Dawn.
Dawn is gonna Eldritch Blast these two cockatrices.
Okie doke.
So the north one first.
North one first. Blasting the north one, 6 points of damage. It is still a cockatrice. Blasting the south one, 7 points of damage. It's just a pile of feathers.
Poof.
Dawn, anything else?
Nope, he's good.
All right. Telaise. Bodies of creatures are just appearing out of nowhere on the ground, dead, as they stop being hostile towards you because they're dead.
An unexpected effect of
But-
that.
You still can't
like-
see.
I still can't. Like, okay, you know what? She's just gonna take the dodge action.
Okay. Telaise pulls the dodge, attacks on her, will have disadvantage. X.
I still can't see
Whoa.
anything.
Damn.
You like the tree?
It's a really pretty tree.
X,
You could at least buy it dinner first.
I mean, I think we need to stay away from that whole storyline. X, you there?
Yeah, I'm just.
I mean, it's a hook horror. It's right there.
I
Just-
mean, it's hooked. It's hooked in place. So I mean,
Ooh, shocking grasp. 15 is going to 21. Is going to hit even harder. 14 points of lightning damage. It is just a shivering pile of hooks at this point, but it is still an animate creature.
But no reactions.
But no reactions.
stupid pile of hooks. Stupid chickens.
Chickens and hooks.
That seems
Uh,
like a smart place to be.
And then I'll put this dwarf in between us. And yeah, I'm good.
All right. That's going to bring up our cockatrices. 2 of which would like to get out of the webs. And to escape a web is a DC 17?
16 for me, and I believe it's a strength check, not a save.
Strength check.
Yes.
Oh, they are so good at these.
Huh. Nope. Still restrained.
All right. 2 angry birds thrashing about in the webs, but one has the opportunity to attack Telaise at disadvantage. Telaise, does a 4 hit you?
No.
Probably not.
She's just kind of like dancing, like, is it good? Is it near me? Is it near me? Am I safe? What's going on?
Mord, you guys can keep Telaise going on this, like, oh no, there's enemies, keep running! But what are you up to?
Well, I think he's going to go to try to finish off this hook horror, hopefully sometime soon. Otherwise, it's going to be a bit of a disgrace, but let's see how he rolls. And it's not showing up.
It'll get there. We have faith in it. Maybe.
Do we?
Come on, roll 20. There we go. That'll do. The hook horror dies entangled in webbing, shaking from lightning.
Oh, nice.
Mord, what else might you be doing?
And is the cockatrice over by Telaise up in the air?
No, it
because
is.
I believe it flew
Pecking at her.
on the ground.
On the ground, or within reach at least.
It's trying
Okay,
to,
then
but
I
she's
will-
dancing around and it just can't land a hit.
Yep, then I will move up there and try to cleave it out of the air, or whatever
Sure.
it's doing. If it's jumping up and down, just trying to flail at her.
Have you seen chickens fly? Like, I mean, there's a lot of flapping, but it's not really flight. That's sort of what they got.
Ooh.
A 10 is not enough. You're only off by 1, but it's an important one. Mord, anything else for you?
Nope, that'll be it.
All right. From the north and the east. Moo, 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 moo,
Moo 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 moo.
moo. Moo.
Ah.
2 massive bovine creatures, their skin apparently made of iron, some sort of oil leaking from them, green gases flowing from their nostrils, enormous horns. This is potentially the weirdest looking cow you've ever seen.
Or not seen.
Or not seen.
Or not seen.
That's true. Moo. Valandra.
But I do hear these casual moves.
You do hear casual mooing.
Okay, so Eerie and my spiritual weapon will go. The Eerie will distract the cockatrice, and the spiritual weapon will hit, or will attempt to hit with advantage.
Sure. Wow, does it? And 10 is the perfect amount of force to apply to that cockatrice. It falls dead.
Valandra will shout to Telaise, got the last of them, or the last of them near you, quick, get over by dawn. And then she will, I guess, just Booming Blade again.
Sure. 16 is a hit. 15 points of damage is enough. The hook horror falls.
Oh, nice. So then she will move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I mean, we could just move to the next area, right?
So
we have to sync up. We have to sync up for that, don't we?
there is a glowing white barrier blocking the next area that must be disarmed using your key. Does take
Who has the key?
you were issued a key. Whoever would like to be carrying the key, it may be.
X is definitely carrying the key.
Okay. He does have some practice with how to use them. And maybe you could acquire more keys. But at the moment, the plan is really just to hold out for a few minutes and establish a beachhead so the rest of your team can get through. But there's a cow on the teleportation circle. Waverly, what you doing?
That was not the unmute button. All right. Let's shoot this cow. That sounds like a good idea.
Ooh, boy.
Shooting the cow.
I'm gonna shoot the cow.
And a 24 and 25 points of damage is a hefty chunk.
Okay.
Moo.
I'm going to just hide again because this seems to be working really well for me.
All right. Bonus action.
Ooh.
Oh, hang on here.
Oh no!
Ooh, wait a second. That wasn't that wasn't your normal high roll.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, Waverly. That cow. Oh, that cow. It looks right up at you. And there's something about cows that not many people realize. When a cow looks up at a target, it actually sights between its own horns. And you feel that it's locking on to you, Waverly.
Oh shit.
Moo. Anything else?
I think I'm out of things to do, unfortunately.
You can move.
You could move.
I could move.
Move.
Where would I move that is not a worse plan?
You are
Move away.
You are 15,
I-
15 feet up in the tree, so you will have to use some...
Yeah, like I can come out of the tree and be on the ground. I'm staying put. I'm
Okay.
sorry. All right.
Dawn, what are you up to?
Cows.
I'm just saying. There's free movement to be had, Waverly. Just remember that.
Good. Aim at. Because they look like bulls, and
They do. They look like
Bulls.
big metal bowls.
bulls tend to charge. He's on the ground. Well, he will fire at this one. Pume, pume.
Pume, pume. The first pume is a hit. The second is a miss, but 8 points of pumy damage done.
He's gonna scoot back, try to use the tree to be in the way, just in case.
You got it. You get near to the white barrier. It's a cylinder of white light that rises up from the ground. It's been explained to you that touching the key to it and manipulating it slightly can lower the barrier, but it does take a few seconds to do so. Telaise, however, you hear mooing.
And I see things colliding with mooing things, but not the mooing thing. She's going to listen to Valandra, and she's going to get the hell away. She's going to go right here, and she's going to take a health potion.
Seems like a reasonable thing to do. And X.
Oh my god, everything's here so lifelike. Like the chickens, they look like chickens. I mean, they're not really chickens. And then the hooked horde things, like they look really weird. They look really weird. These look like bulls. So I'm going to cast Minor Illusion, and I'm going to make a 5 foot by 5 foot
Would
red cloth hanging from the air. Minor Illusion is not concentration. I'm going to make
Okay,
a
thank you.
5 foot by 5 foot red cloth hanging in the air. I will look like I'm holding it, and I will look at the two bulls, and I will say, "Moo."
All right.
Mo?
I see where you're going for. We're gonna maybe use this opportunity to pause for the evening, though, because
No!
Oh, wow. It's already 9.
it's already 9. So here's what I'll do. I need to step away from the keyboard for a minute or two. You guys can talk over and figure out if you can hang in for a few more minutes. I should be back in 5 or less. And if you need to take a quick break, you can do so. And then we'll see if we want to pick up a little bit longer or take the break for the evening for next week when you might have reinforcements arrive, or maybe not. Back in a moment.
I mean, I'm good to stay. I don't know about anybody else.
I can stay, yeah.
Kyle, how
I'm
you
good.
doing?
I can stay probably for about, like, I gotta be out by 8:30 because I've got a really early morning tomorrow. So I can give like 20 minutes. Yeah, 8:30 our time.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So 9:30 for you guys.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah. See, Thomas understood what I was saying.
I was just like, what
I mean, he
time
might be
zone
the
are you
only
in?
person.
What time zone
Nope.
are you in?
I'm also in that time zone.
Okay.
I'm Pacific, so I never trust anything anyone says for time.
Oh, so it's only 6 o'clock for you?
Yeah, it's only 6 o'clock for me.
Ew.
Like, what do you mean, ugh?
You D&D awful early.
I do. Well, this week, for this game, I do. That was why during the school year I was sometimes chronically late because I had a class that got out at like 4 o'clock or just before, and it was kind of like drive home as fast as I can.
Oh, I forgot to do something. Might as well get that done now. Hey, I can see things
Yeah!
again.
Hey.
Like I can see everything again.
Except you can't because you're behind a rock, but
It's totally fine. Next time I peek out, I'll be like, oh my god, there's giant metal cows.
standing right next to Valandra.
While I sit here drinking potions like shots. This is why I bought so many.
Yep.
We only have a day game time to complete this entire dungeon. I'm a little nervous.
Well, or at least our portion of the dungeon. But yeah.
Which is like, what, like 4 sections?
3, well, no, I guess it's 4 counting this one.
Yeah.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine.
Okay, you don't rely on spells to do most of your damage.
Yeah, that's
okay.
it.
True.
We got the ooze grottos, the predator pools, I think, and then the abyssal prisons.
One of us might end up being a Tyrannosaurus Rex, and it may not be any of you. Just so that I have the ability to do things.
I mean, the bad thing about casting polymorph on yourself is you're gonna be in melee, and every time you get hit, you have to make a concentration check.
Hello again.
We can stay till 8:30.
Ooh, so we got a few more minutes.
And Telaise made her wisdom save to be able to see things.
Nice. Telaise, there are cows.
Cows? Question mark.
Cows? Question mark.
And weird chickens.
Weird chickens. Yes, spider-webbed weird chickens. That explains all the shaking in the spider webs. So I think that brings us to X.
Yes. Yes, I actioned out a mirror minor illusion.
Okay, and you
Red
are
web.
taunting the
Boom.
bulls, I believe.
Yeah.
Would you say that taunting the bulls with a red cape would be an intimidating act, a persuasive act, what would you think of that as?
How about we just treat that as like a raw force of will to try to get this, to get these guys over here, and I'll just roll straight charisma.
Straight charisma. Sounds good.
I'm gonna burn my session inspiration on this because
Mhm.
that seems reasonable and also awesome.
And unnecessary, unfortunately.
Nice, though. Yes, you may have the attention of the bulls. The cockatrices would very much like to not be in a web.
And then as I taunt them, as if they look up, I'm going to move behind fully behind, because I'm only 3.5 feet tall, and disappear behind the rug.
Okay. So as you do that, however, cockatrices break free.
Ah, the chickens!
And I believe the DC was a 16?
Correct.
So they are both now free. And they're coming to see you.
But they already used their actions.
They did already use their actions. But the cockatrices look like they're hungry. Mord, you are the last to act before the mooing begins.
Oh boy, so much pressure.
Get the cows.
No, get the cockatrices. Valandra's fine.
Well, I don't know if they're going to be going after you anymore, Valandra.
It's true.
And there's going to be 2 ranged people going after them before their turn comes up.
Okay.
Possibly 3 with Waverly being where Waverly is.
Then making some swings at some cockatrice.
Certainly may. .26 is going to destroy one. 21 for 14 is not going to destroy the second, however. One remains. One feather left on its little plucked body. Mord, anything else? And I assume you stepped up on the second swing? Yep.
Yeah, I was just making sure I had the space or the actual movement to move up there. So
fair deal.
So yeah, I'll step up on that one, and that will be my turn.
Sounds good. And as your turn comes to an end, a thing happens.
Oh no.
What a thing.
A thing.
A thing.
A thing.
We dread things.
Weather's still up, so it's difficult terrain.
That is true.
And also they need to make a dexterity check when they
Save
first enter.
if they enter. Yeah.
I mean, they might if they needed to charge. However, metal bulls have another name, and that name is Gorgon. And
What?
Gorgons have a particular effect. And they go moo. And a huge cone of green vapor escapes from them, barreling down towards the red cape, and X and Mord Mord and X, would you be so kind as to make me a DC 13 Constitution saving throw? If you fail, you might become stiff.
Does it hit the cockatrice too?
It does hit the cockatrice too.
Oh no!
So
the
this
poor
isn't
baby
poison, correct?
This is... what is this technically?
I mean, if it's just an effect, that's fine.
Petrifying gas. It is not a poison.
Are these creatures natural in nature?
Is a Gorgon natural in nature? It's a monstrosity, so probably not a natural creature.
So would it then be defined by being magical?
Ooh.
This is some deep questions.
The gnome ability is only for...
I think it's only for spells, yeah.
Yeah.
Or, no, it's only for intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saves, I believe.
Oh, boo.
So we'll say no on this one, but you pass by the skin of your teepees. Cockatrice starts to stiffen up. Unfortunately,
Is restrained, is it?
is
Yep.
restrained.
Correct.
Is it?
That's usually the first step of a petrifying breath.
That is.
Oh, you posted it up there.
Yep. Now, the other cow has eyes for no one but Waverly. Waverly, a huge cone of greenish gas comes up at you. It is unfortunately also going to strike our owly friend, who is floating behind. So may I have a Constitution saving throw from the owl and Waverly?
That's not going to go well.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh no!
Waverly.
Constitution is not my strong suit.
Y'all got some greater restoration?
You are restrained. Mr. Owl. You are restrained, and I believe you may fall to the ground because you do not have hover.
Do not have hover. I think because he moved I think 5 squares over, so it would only be 5 feet up.
Yep. No,
5 or 10 feet up. I'm
it's
not
just
sure.
it's just a little plop to the ground. Just
Okay.
plop plop. And with that, Valandra, what are you doing?
Okay. She did not like that. Let me see.
Nope, sorry, rolled the wrong
That was
dice.
a 1d5.
That's not how dice work.
Oh.
One of them did get it.
Valandra will cast Bless on Waverly herself. And yeah,
You're gonna put it on your owl?
I'm really tempted. Yeah, Bless on Waverly, Valandra, and Eerie.
You got it.
Okay.
That is the action.
That is the action. Bonus action. That is luckily 20 feet away. So we'll make a swing
Sure.
with the spiritual weapon.
26 is going to
Probably a
hit. 8 points of damage. Moo.
And she is happy where she is.
Waverly, you are restrained.
Okay.
But you have a D4 on attacks.
I
D4 and disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
You can attempt to hide and maybe undo that disadvantage if you successfully hide. Can she hide if she's restrained?
Yes. I mean, I
Up in a
guess.
tree, so
that happened. That's a thing I can do. All right.
I mean, I don't see why not.
Technically, you're not moving anywhere. You're still in the tree.
This is true. It's more moving the branches around myself. Oh my goodness. Okay, I am going to attempt to hide. Let's try that.
Okay. It's a pretty good hide.
All right.
Make the con save again.
Now this is an important
That's
con
at the
save
end, isn't it?
at the end of your turn. So, are you doing anything else first? I mean, if you want it.
No, I
Okay.
think that'll be it for this turn.
Okay, so I do
Oh,
need
okay.
a very important Constitution saving throw.
But I can add the D4, right? From
Yes.
The last.
You
All
can
right.
add the bless.
That's a D4.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
That was a
wow.
good D4.
That was a real good
wow.
D4.
That was a good D4. So, you shake off the lethargy that was
Ugh.
gripping you. Start to shake those muscles out. Whiskers feel a little brittle. Dawn, what are you doing way over there?
Nika's got a good sight on this bull thing here. And pew pew.
Pew pew
Nice.
indeed. 21 points of damage dealt. The bull does not look pleased.
Not sorry. Staying where he is.
Telaise, how about it?
Okay. She's gonna peek out a little. Just right about there. I think I should be able to see from here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, okay. She can see that fellow from here, so she's going to viciously mock him.
But Gorgons are so good at wisdom saving throws. I lied. Let's see here. 6 points of psychic damage to the poor Gorgon.
And it has disadvantage on the next
Disadvantage.
attack it
Disadvantage
makes.
on his next attack. Looks like that. Telaise, anything else for you?
Everybody seems to be in decent health and stability, so she will now move back.
Sounds
Yeah,
good.
I think you're the one who's by far the worst off right now.
Yep.
X.
What the hell? These things aren't even lifelike. Get chicken. And I'm gonna walk away from the chicken.
Chicken's gonna peck at you just
He denies
stubbornly.
the chicken.
Can I take a sentinel attack?
Sure.
Because it's making its opportunity attack.
Does it get one if it's restrained?
It gets one at disadvantage.
Gets one at disadvantage,
And I
and
believe Mord would get a sentinel attack at advantage.
I believe so. I can't think of a reason why you wouldn't. So go ahead
when
and
a
swing away.
creature, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yep. That is no longer a chicken.
These animatronics are such garbage. Hey, dude, I really like you. You kill chickens. Awesome. It's fucking it's BS. These cows are just not like moving. I gave him the thing and everything. All right. And then seeing as that one spouted gas that
What?
felt like it could, kill me, we're gonna shoot a firebolt at it as soon as I find my character sheet because it's not in the 7. There we go.
Welcome to the
I'm sorry.
others.
A ray of frost.
Ray of
Oh, I
Frost.
can't
No.
do it.
Ding.
Stupid not charging cows. And then I'm gonna walk around this tree and then behind it.
Stupid not charging cows. Mord. How about you?
You do have enough room to get up to it, I believe.
Yep, if I go through the tree.
Can Mord go through that square?
I mean,
There's
Tree in it.
there's
I mean, I
space
can,
right
but
here.
so
That's
you
square.
can choose to go to the web, or you choose to go through the tree.
Right, that's the concern there.
What we're asking is what.
Which one do you want?
Right. So if I go through the tree, there's the potential for the wisdom thing, or if I go through the web, that's half
Oh, gotcha.
movement.
I mean, there's always a third option. I mean, I did just tell you that I really like you because you kill a lot of chickens.
Both Mord and I are confused.
You just had me drop it. If you gotta get through, if you really want to kill the bull.
Oh, yeah, he could drop that
I could
concentration.
ask him to drop it.
Dropping concentration is does not have to
It's
be
a
on your turn. Although if you can make the yeah.
I mean, I could probably make the save, but
Yeah, if you can
Okay,
make the save,
so-
you can still get there even with the difficult terrain. But
Yeah,
up to
but
you.
no. Mord, yeah. Hey, Excelsior, mind dropping the spell? I need to get through there, and I don't like the look of those trees.
That's really long-winded. Okay.
6 seconds, but okay.
Less caffeine there, Excelsior.
What? Me? No, never.
Moo?
And then oh man. Oof. Do I go reckless? Yeah, I'm gonna go reckless. That's fun.
All right. Those are 2 solid hits. 12 and 9, 21 points of damage. Clanging against the cow's metallic skin. Mord, anything else for you?
Nope.
Nope.
There's literally nothing else I can do.
Sounds good. As the cows come up once more, the one to the south blows a blast of poisonous gas to the west. It hits Valandra. It hits Waverly. It hits the owl. Brrr. Valandra, Waverly, and the owl, please give me DC 13 Constitution saving throws.
The owl is
Shit.
already restrained. Does the second one do anything?
No, it just stays poisoned.
Okay.
Waverly is now restrained.
Oh.
Valandra is fine.
You've still got the
D6.
D4.
Yeah,
Is
D4.
this
no, You still got the
considered
D4,
Oh,
Waverly.
yeah, Waverly, give us the D4. Get it,
Oh,
get it 2 or
right.
better. No.
Oh, damn it.
No. That's not a 2 or better.
Sorry, I tried.
Gorgon to the north of Valandra aims at Valandra with its horns, tries to gore.
Yes.
Gore.
First time she's been hit all combat.
10 points of damage. And can I see a con on the bless, please?
Right. So,
Petrifying Breath isn't an attack, is it? It's just an effect.
It is an effect. I'm going to say it's not an attack for Sentinel, because it's not
Gotcha.
the attack action.
Yep, no worries.
Bless remains up. And, Valandra, it is your go. Can I get a petrification save from Mr. Owl?
you may. Let me see here. Oh,
Whoa.
that D4 isn't going to help. Okay.
Valandra, until you do something, you have a statue of an owl.
Okay, I have a very important question.
Mm-hmm.
It was the top one that hit the owl, right? With the breath.
It
Yes.
was the top one that hit the owl with the breath first, correct?
All right. So, actually, the top one was the one that tried to gore me, but it had disadvantage on its next attack from Telaise.
That's
It still
still
would've
at
hit you.
24.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It was swinging.
Sorry, I
No problem.
wasn't looking at the thing. I was just.
Yep, no, you got it.
So, Green Flame Blade.
Sure.
on the upper one.
You
So
got it.
20 damage.
That is a big chunk.
And 4 fire damage to the other one.
4 fire damage
Then
fired.
Spiritual weapon. Another 13 to the top one.
Valandra's going whole hog on the cows. And by the way, cow Reboot charges. Ooh,
Oh,
Ooh.
Jesus.
God.
do both recharge. Valandra, anything else for you?
Nope.
Waverly, in your treetop palace, you are restrained and growing stiff once more,
But still hidden.
but still hidden.
I am still hidden. Let's take advantage of that being hiddenness.
Mm-hmm.
And I say maybe this guy? Let's shoot that guy.
Sure. Advantage and disadvantage cancel out, so normal shot. Yes,
Normal
please.
shot.
With a D4.
With a
The
D4.
D4.
Yeah, you don't need
I
advantage.
don't think I need that D4.
So 39.
Great googly
Oh my
moogly.
god. Oh my god.
It's about time, Waverly. We've missed.
You stagger this bowl. The arrow just tears a chunk of the metal plating away, and it's just laying in there like poleaxe. It's like, but it is still there, and it could
Alright.
still exhale. But boy, howdy, did that hurt.
I bet. I would like to try and hide again.
Okay, now I'm gonna ask an important question. Are you going to try and hide, or are you going to take a Final Fantasy victory pose just in case you do turn into a statue?
Oh, that's tempting. That's really tempting. But no, hiding first.
Hiding first. May I see the hide action, please? All right, that's a good hide. Now, the important Constitution roll with a D4 if you need it. You don't need it. You
Yeah.
shake off that petrification. Dawn, what are you up to? Pew pew. North or south?
Which one looks worse?
North looks considerably worse. It's got a Waverly arrow just like skewering it.
I'm gonna scoot just a bit so he has more line of sight. It's not. They're not really running. So. Pew, pew.
First one's a miss. The second one is enough to finish off the stunned cattle. It falls. Dawn, anything else for you?
I'm gonna go back that far.
Telaise.
Okay, she's gonna pop out so she can see,
Mhm.
and she's gonna mock the other one.
Mocking achieved. Wisdom saving throw. Nope.
Okay. And before she dodges back, she's gonna point at Mord and shout, "You got this, buddy! Have an inspiration dice."
Ooh.
Which is D6?
D8.
D8.
Oh, okay.
So 1d8. It lasts for 10 minutes. You can apply it to just about anything.
Mm-hmm. Nice, thank you.
And as that takes place, X, what you doing?
Well, I mean, I'm going to come back over here and then realize that I probably can't really see anything and then get rid of this giant red curtain. And then kind of just look around, see that there's one of them is dead, and that wasn't the case 6 seconds ago, but let's try to slow down the other one.
Pating! Does not land.
Yeah, guys, I got nothing. And then I'll scoot back a little bit.
You got it. Mord, what you got?
No flanking in this game, right?
No flanking in this game.
Right. Okay. Then 2 reckless attacks, if you don't mind.
Sure do. Sure don't.
I was going to say.
I mean, the cow mines.
You're not allowed to attack, Jacob.
Yeah, don't do it. First one's a hit. Second one's
The
a miss, though.
16.
16 does not do.
Yeah.
Big metal creature.
13 damage anyway.
I'm just thinking if I want to use inspiration to bring this combat to a
You'd
close
better
here.
not. No. Do not waste that die that you might need to save yourself from petrification. That's why I gave it to you.
Okay. I mean, probably don't need... Well, just in case. Okay, nope, that's fine. Then I will end my turn there.
Okay. Mord, as you end your turn, the Gorgon takes a step back. Valandra,
Okay.
Mord, if you would like attacks of opportunity, you may take them.
Yep, I will.
14's going to miss.
Valandra, don't you have a +4?
I do.
Ooh, you do. Take your +4.
16.
16's not going to do. The 23 will hit, though. 8
Okay,
points of
so
damage.
its movement is 0.
Its movement is 0.
Yeah. So it can't actually move back.
It does get to move back, because it wouldn't have otherwise left the area of effect. So it does get 1 step away. And with that 1 step, it then turns and moves and hits all 3 of you with 1 more blast of its poisonous, petrifying breath. Not poisonous. Mord, Valandra, and Waverly. Constitution saving throws once more. Oh, looking good, looking good. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh, Waverly.
Waverly, you just...
I'm just a small little mouse.
You want to be immortalized in stone, I feel. But that may not happen. Valandra, though, what are you doing? As the cow seems frustrated.
Lesser restoration would not end the
Greater restoration
petrification
only.
effect. Okay, I don't have that.
It says they're right in the spell.
Okay. Oh. Just a moment.
The bless is still there, so... And Waverly's been good on the second roll. It's the first one that's troublesome.
Yeah.
I think it's time to whack the crap out of that cow.
Yeah, okay. I will... Yeah, I'll just, Actually, I will step around it.
Okay.
And hope to draw its attention.
I've never seen so many D6s get a 6 ever.
I mean, it hasn't really been helping it out much, but 17 points of damage does not help at all either. It looks bad, but it is not dropped yet.
Spiritual weapon? Oh.
10 won't do. Valandra, anything else?
That'll be good.
Waverly, once more you find yourself in a tree, stiffening.
But hidden.
But hidden. What are you doing?
Well, let's shoot the cow.
Shoot for the win. 14, not gonna do,
you're
though.
hidden. Advantage.
But restrained. Hidden but restrained,
Yeah. Oh, right.
so
With
it
the
balances
D4.
out. D4 won't do it here.
No, okay.
All right.
So, it's AC
So if she got an 18, it wouldn't hit?
Nope. Yeah, armor class is a 19.
Okay.
Woo! Well, that's too bad. I'm going to just try and hide again.
Okay. You are
She dies.
super
I am
hidden.
very
Now we're not
hidden.
going to find your statue.
I mean, that might be part of the trick. She's sort of blending in, using that stony exterior to blend with the tree. Waverly, I'm going to need to ask for a very important Constitution saving throw, though. Ooh, goody. That stiffening feeling fades.
Oh my god.
Once
Maybe
more.
you should leave the tree.
Maybe I should.
Maybe not the tree, the best part. Dawn, though.
Like head north so you're not in anyone's line path. Maybe do that.
Might be a good plan.
19's on the nose for 11. 15's going to miss, and it is still staggering about as you complete.
Back.
Telaise?
Just insult after insult after insult.
This poor cow.
How do you insult a robo-bull? Do you say?
Effectively, apparently, because the robo-bull goes all to pieces and
Yes!
falls.
I love it when
Well
I mock people to
done.
death.
And I appreciate you all hanging in there to the end of this escapade. So, you have established a foothold in the Forest of Slaughter. The other party steps through now that things have calmed down and nobody's crossing over the teleportation circle, causing it to short out. Party regroups, has a moment to rest, but then knows clock's already ticking. We're going to need to set out soon. And that's what we'll pick up next week. I'll give you a little more information about the area you're in. And thanks all for playing. I will calculate some experience and we'll do some nominations. I'll say each section will do a nomination set. So as you move from section to section, we'll do a nomination set there to keep us from getting too experience happy as we move through.
That's fair.
Cool. Thank you all. We'll turn the stream off. Good night, stream. Thank you for hanging in there.
Good night.
Good night.
Night.
Night.